Title: My parents refused to care for my twins. While I was in emergency surgery, saying I was a nuisance and a burden. They had tickets to see Elton John with my sister. So I called a nanny from my hospital bed, cut all family ties, and ended my financial support to them. 2 weeks later, I heard a knock. Blood is supposed to mean something. It was 2:12 a.m. when the pain in my side woke me up. Sharp, blinding, undeniable. I tried to ignore it, tried to breathe through it. But by 2:30, I was in an ambulance, clutching my abdomen, fighting not to scream in front of the paramedics. Emergency surgery, appendix about to rupture, life-threatening if not handled immediately. But as I lay in that hospital bed, hooked up to IVs, prepping for anesthesia, my thoughts weren't on myself. They were on 2 tiny faces sleeping peacefully at home. My twins, barely 3 years old, innocent, defenseless. And I had no backup plan. Their father, long gone. No friends nearby. Everyone was scattered or working crazy shifts. Just my parents, the ones who always said, "We'll always be there for you, no matter what." I shakily pulled my phone off the bedside table and called them. Mom answered on the 3rd ring. Her voice was annoyed. "What is it?" "It's late," I explained, quickly, desperately, that I was in the hospital, that it was serious, that I needed them to stay with the kids for just one night. There was a pause. Then I heard my father's voice in the background. "Tell her we have plans. It's not our problem she can't handle her life." Mom sighed, clearly irritated. "We're going to see Elton John tomorrow with your sister," she said. "You're being a nuisance, Kira. A burden. Nuisance. Burden." The words slapped harder than the pain in my stomach. "I'm your daughter," I whispered. "You're an adult," Mom snapped to handle it. And she hung up, just like that. From a hospital bed, I built a new future without them. The call ended. The line went dead. And for a moment, so did a part of me. Painkillers dulled my body, but not my mind. My parents, people I had helped financially for years, the same people I paid utility bills for when they fell on hard times, the same people I covered medical insurance gaps for, had just labeled me a burden. All because a concert ticket meant more than their own daughter's life. Blood isn't thicker when money becomes the water. I stared at the ceiling under the dim fluorescent light, heart hammering, but not from fear anymore, from clarity. Step 2, make the call that changes everything. I pulled up the contacts list on my phone, found a number I had saved but never thought I'd actually have to use. Premium Care Nannies, 24/7 service. A soft voice answered within 2 rings. "How can we help?" I explained the situation in short, precise words. No emotion. Time was critical. Within an hour, a vetted, experienced nanny was at my house. My twins were safe, fed, and supervised by a woman who treated the job with professional urgency, not reluctant pity. From the hospital, I could monitor everything through the app. Live video feed, texts, call-ins. Every time I saw my babies sleeping soundly, it reinforced the decision already forming in my mind. Step 3, sever the rope. I didn't wait until morning. From the hospital bed, IV still pumping antibiotics into my arm, I started cutting them out of my life, like a surgeon excising a tumor. I logged into the bank account where I'd been sending help money every month. Stopped all automatic payments. Froze any pending transfers. I canceled the shared phone plan I'd been paying for to help them out. I notified the mortgage company that no more gift contributions would be made toward their home equity loan. I wasn't cruel about it. I was surgical, precise, efficient, just like they had been when they discarded me. Ice step 4, no warning, no explanation, no drama. I didn't send a text, didn't make a dramatic post online, didn't call them screaming. They didn't deserve my pain, my voice, or my explanations. They wanted a world without me. They would get it. Completely. The knock at the door wasn't an apology. It was a reckoning. 2 weeks passed. Quietly. The kind of silence that once would have gnawed at me. Made me question. Made me feel guilty for setting boundaries. But not now. Now, every quiet morning with my twins playing safely at home. Every evening putting them to sleep without bitterness hanging over us. It all felt like breathing real air again for the first time. I went back to work part-time. Recovered faster than the doctors expected. Found strength I didn't realize I had left. The nanny, Rachel, stayed on full-time. Not because I was helpless. Because my kids deserved someone whose love was proven through actions, not grudging obligation. Then, on a Thursday afternoon, as I folded fresh laundry, there was a knock at the door, firm, insistent. I peeked through the peephole. It was them, my parents. Step 5, control the stage. I opened the door just enough to lean against it. Didn't invite them in. Didn't ask how they were. Their faces were a mess of fake smiles and calculated sorrow. Mom clutched a tote bag awkwardly. Dad rocked back on his heels, like he wanted to posture, but even he couldn't summon his usual bluster. Kira, Mom began sweetly. We were just in the neighborhood. You live 3 towns over, I said evenly. A beat. We thought maybe we could see the kids, Dad chimed in, trying for the casual fatherly tone he hadn't earned in years. You know, we miss them. Step 6. Deliver the reality they thought would never come. I let the silence stretch until it grew awkward, until they squirmed, until the fake concern started to slide off their faces. Then I said it, calmly. You missed your chance. 2 weeks ago. Their smiles faltered. Mom shifted her weight nervously. Kira, don't be dramatic. Families fight. That's just life. I tilted my head. Fight? You called me a burden while I was being rushed into emergency surgery. You prioritized a concert over your grandchildren's safety. That's not fighting. That's abandonment. Dad opened his mouth. Maybe to argue. Maybe to guilt trip. But I didn't give him the chance. You made your choice. I'm just respecting it. Their faces crumbled. The realization set in. There would be no second chances. No, let's move past it speeches. No, you owe us manipulation. Step 7, cold closure. From now on, I said, still calm, still polite. There's no financial support. No last-minute babysitting emergencies. No birthday parties or holiday dinners. You're not part of our lives anymore. You gave up your seat at our table the night you hung up on me. I closed the door slowly, deliberately. Didn't slam it. Didn't lock it loudly for effect. Just closed it. A soft, final sound far louder than any screaming match could ever be. On the other side, I heard Mom start to cry. I heard Dad mutter something angry. It didn't matter. They were outside, and my life was inside. Safe, protected, free. You thought you abandoned me. You freed me. I leaned against the closed door for a moment, breathing deeply. Not from anger, not from sadness, from peace. Real peace. For years, I'd carried their expectations like a weight on my back. Every bill I paid to helped them out. Every favor done out of guilt. Every apology I gave just to keep the family together. All of it had been a chain, one I had locked around myself, convinced it was love. But now it was shattered. Step 8, build without them. Over the next few months, life didn't just move on. It got better. Rachel stayed on permanently, practically becoming family. I built a tight network of real friends, people who showed up when it counted, not just when it was convenient. I advanced at work, picked up better clients, and finally started saving for a future that was mine, without the financial drain of helping people who never helped back. The twins flourished too, without the chaos, without the tension of cold stares and backhanded comments from people they were supposed to trust. They bloomed, happy, safe, loved. Step 9, let them fade. My parents tried a few more times. A Christmas card for the kids, a half-hearted apology email, a third-party message through my sister, filled with excuses. I didn't answer, didn't engage, didn't even read past the first line, because you can't heal in the same place that broke you. And I wasn't going to let them rewrite the story to make themselves victims. They wrote their ending the night they chose a concert over their own family. I just made sure it stuck. Step 10. Final freedom. One evening, I sat on the balcony of the apartment, the home they would never be welcome in again, watching the sunset paint the sky in golds and reds. The twins giggled inside, chasing each other around the living room. The life they tried to tear down was alive, thriving, shining. And me? I didn't carry anger anymore, only gratitude. Gratitude for the pain that woke me up. Gratitude for the betrayal that burned away the dead roots. Gratitude for the second chance they accidentally gave me. The second chance to build a life without them. They thought they abandoned me, but they freed me. And the woman they set free, she was unstoppable. You are not alone, and you are so much stronger than you think. Tap that subscribe button to join Twisted Justice, where we share tales that heal, inspire, and remind you that even the deepest heartbreak can lead to the most beautiful new beginning. Share this with someone who needs a reminder that revenge isn't always about getting even. Sometimes, it's just about getting better.